Good afternoon. I would like to quickly touch base with people who are looking for information on foreclosure assistance. Um, and specifically, I can speak for people in judicial foreclosure states, and you'd have to do that research on your own. I'm speaking in the state of Maine, and there are many defenses that homeowners have if you have been served with a complaint of foreclosure, or if you think you're about to default on your mortgage because you're 90 days past due or 120 days past due, what have you. There are many things. I can't really tell you what to do, but I encourage that you seek out legal resources. Find a housing counselor, find a bankruptcy lawyer, but find one who gets it and who understands the nature of how mortgages were created over the last 10 years. And that was in a manner that people refer to as securitization. It's basically when you take debt and you turn it into a stock or a bond, and then those stocks and bonds are traded on a secondary marketplace. I'm not going to get into that too much and get too technical on it. For people who are in the state of Maine, the state has actually surprisingly become proactive, and they have recently passed, in June of this summer in 2009, they passed an emergency foreclosure mediation law. So if you're in danger of default, do not walk away. Do never walk away from the property, because you have a chance, even if you've already been denied a loan modification from your current mortgage lender, you have an opportunity and a chance to come to a mediation through the court's alternative dispute resolution service. A mediation is simply your mortgage company and you with a third party, an unbiased party that is appointed by the court. It will likely be a judge or a senior attorney. And they're basically going to look at the merits of your case. You're going to say whatever your defense is, that you have a job, that you can support a more affordable payment, and that you wouldn't default on a new payment. Basically exactly what you would do if you attempted to do a loan modification. And I'm sure many of you watching this have tried to do modifications, and they're probably denied. And I can give you a very in-depth reason on why they were denied, but I can't get into it right now. It's just too technical. But needless to say, I'll just leave it at this, that these companies that claim to be your mortgage lenders are not, and they're really just servicers. It's basically, they have more of an interest in seeing you default because they make more money, long story short. So the emergency law is called LD 1418. It's the Emergency Foreclosure Mediation Act. You can look this up, Google it. The state of Maine has done it. People in other states, I encourage you to contact your state representatives and get them on board with similar legislation. Unlawful foreclosures and foreclosures in general are dragging down this entire economy. If you yourself have not defaulted on a mortgage and you think you're A-okay and you could care less about people in foreclosure, you might think that they deserve it, right or wrong, it still affects you, because foreclosures affect your property value. Obviously, because they're dragging down the nation's property values. I mean, nobody can argue that. And this nation is a consumer economy, and housing is such a big part of it that it can't be explained in a quick little video. But needless to say, I basically wanted to get that out, that you want to seek out an attorney who really gets foreclosure defense, who just isn't in it for the money and isn't in it for dragging out a case for years at the expense of homeowners who obviously can't even afford, an expensive mortgage. Find a counselor or an attorney, a bankruptcy attorney who really gets it, and use this wonderful thing we call the internet. And there are lots of good blogs out there that you can learn a lot about foreclosure defense. You don't need to be a lawyer and have a $100,000 education to save you and your family from an unlawful foreclosure. And when I say unlawful foreclosure, I'm probably referring to about 90% of foreclosures out there, that they're all unlawful. And I can explain that in another future post. So keep your head up, don't walk away, fight and stay, and feel free to contact me for any information. I'm not an attorney and I'm not giving you legal advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and it's for justice. So good luck and God bless.